When Admiral Patricia Blackstone became the Navy's most decorated female officer, sailors trusted her to protect America's maritime security. But when her methamphetamine addiction and weapons smuggling schemes consumed her, she began selling naval secrets to foreign enemies and murdering officers who discovered her crimes, turning aircraft carriers into floating criminal enterprises. Before starting the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Now, let's get back to the video. The Pacific Ocean stretched endlessly beyond San Diego's naval base as Admiral Patricia Blackstone organized classified submarine blueprints and encrypted foreign communication devices for what would become the most dangerous naval operation of her 28-year career as the Pacific Fleet's most respected admiral and maritime defense specialist. At 55 years old, Patricia had established herself as the Navy's premier naval commander, controlling aircraft carrier battle groups and classified submarine operations that attracted foreign intelligence services, international arms dealers, and enemy governments who valued her access to America's most sensitive naval technology, and her reputation for coordinating the most secretive maritime defense programs affecting global naval warfare and international security operations. Patricia's Admiral quarters occupied the most secure section of the USS Ronald Reagan Aircraft Carrier Command Center, featuring classified communication systems, foreign intelligence coordination rooms, and top-secret weapons storage facilities that allowed her to oversee the Navy's most sensitive Pacific operations, while maintaining absolute control over naval technology worth billions and international cooperation programs affecting maritime defense and submarine warfare capabilities throughout the world's largest ocean territory. The interior of Patricia's command quarters reflected her mastery of naval warfare and her understanding of maritime defense expectations for both strategic excellence and absolute secrecy during the most critical naval decisions affecting America's Pacific dominance, featuring walls displaying naval commendations from multiple presidential administrations, photographs of classified submarine operations, and testimonials from grateful naval personnel whose careers had advanced through her command expertise and strategic guidance affecting naval warfare and international maritime cooperation. But beneath Patricia's reputation for naval excellence lay a dangerous combination of methamphetamine addiction, systematic weapons trafficking, and calculated murder that had transformed her naval command into criminal enterprises where threatening officers and suspicious investigators met their fate through maritime accidents and witness elimination during vulnerable naval operations. "Good morning, Admiral Blackstone," said Captain James Rodriguez, arriving for his weekly intelligence briefing about ongoing foreign surveillance and submarine tracking operations that required Patricia's authorization for classified naval responses and international cooperation affecting Pacific Fleet security. James had recently discovered irregular weapons transfers and had begun questioning Patricia's explanations about emergency defense protocols that seemed to bypass normal naval oversight processes and Pentagon authorization requirements. "Good morning, Captain Rodriguez," Patricia replied with the naval authority and maritime expertise that had made her legendary among Pacific Fleet personnel, who viewed her as both strategic commander and naval innovator capable of maintaining American maritime supremacy through sophisticated submarine coordination and strategic international cooperation affecting naval warfare throughout the Pacific theater and global maritime operations. James had become Patricia's most dangerous subordinate, not because of his demanding intelligence requirements or his submarine coordination responsibilities, but because of his recent discovery of unauthorized technology transfers and his growing awareness of the weapons trafficking operation that Patricia had been conducting while supposedly providing legitimate naval command for Pacific Fleet operations and international maritime defense cooperation. What James didn't know was that Patricia had been systematically selling naval secrets and murdering naval personnel for over 4 years, using her admiral authority and access to classified submarine technology to coordinate international weapons sales while eliminating anyone who discovered her technology transfers or threatened to expose her criminal exploitation of naval resources for foreign intelligence services and enemy government coordination. Patricia's transformation from respected admiral to calculating killer had begun 6 years earlier, when her methamphetamine addiction had escalated from performance enhancement during demanding naval command duties to daily dependency that consumed her substantial admiral salary and forced her into relationships with foreign intelligence services who offered enormous payments for access to American submarine technology and classified naval warfare capabilities affecting Pacific Fleet operations and international maritime security. Her addiction cost over $3,500 per day, while her access to the Navy's most advanced submarine technology provided unprecedented opportunities for coordinating weapons, trafficking operations that generated millions through foreign intelligence services seeking American naval secrets and classified maritime warfare capabilities affecting international naval competition and submarine warfare development. His criminal activities escalated when several naval officers and Pentagon oversight personnel discovered evidence of unauthorized technology transfers and threatened to report their suspicions to naval intelligence agencies and federal law enforcement organizations investigating weapons trafficking targeting America's most sensitive submarine programs and classified maritime operations. Patricia murdered her first victim, a suspicious naval intelligence officer who detected irregular technology access records by orchestrating a submarine accident using foreign assets that appeared to be maritime operational incident rather than premeditated assassination designed to protect weapons trafficking operations. The success of her first murder convinced Patricia that eliminating threatening naval personnel and suspicious oversight investigators was both necessary for protecting her trafficking operation and achievable given her complete admiral authority and her ability to coordinate with foreign intelligence networks who could stage maritime accidents and eliminate witnesses while providing plausible cover stories involving submarine hazards and naval operational dangers. Over the following 4 years, Patricia murdered 11 additional individuals using various naval methods and foreign intelligence coordination that took advantage of her admiral authority, her access to international criminal networks during vulnerable naval operations, and her ability to stage deaths as maritime accidents or foreign targeting that occurred during routine Pacific Fleet activities with personnel who had access to sensitive information that could expose weapons trafficking operations. Her victims had been carefully selected based on their discovery of her criminal activities, their potential cooperation with naval authorities, or their knowledge of submarine technology that could expose her foreign intelligence coordination and systematic trafficking of naval weapons affecting Pentagon oversight and international maritime security. Her victims included Commander Patricia Williams, a naval technology security specialist who discovered evidence of systematic technology transfers and whose submarine consultation had resulted in fatal diving accident staged by foreign assets during routine underwater operations. Lieutenant David Foster, who had reported suspicious weapons activities and whose naval base meeting had ended in fatal equipment malfunction using technology obtained through foreign networks. And Agent Jennifer Martinez, a federal naval intelligence investigator who had been tracking technology theft and whose aircraft carrier briefing had resulted in fatal exposure to concentrated drugs disguised as naval equipment contamination affecting Pentagon oversight of Pacific Fleet operations. The weapons trafficking operation had become extraordinarily sophisticated, with Patricia coordinating the transfer of classified submarine blueprints and naval warfare technology to foreign intelligence services through carefully arranged international naval cooperation exercises that provided legitimate cover for technology sharing and intelligence coordination affecting maritime defense and submarine warfare capabilities. Joint naval exercises with allied nations served as primary technology transfer operations, with Patricia personally coordinating the sharing of classified American submarine technology with foreign intelligence operatives who infiltrated legitimate naval cooperation programs and international maritime defense coordination activities affecting Pacific Fleet operations and global naval warfare development. The most disturbing aspect of the operation was the systematic compromise of America's most advanced submarine stealth technology and naval warfare capabilities, with Patricia providing foreign intelligence services with detailed blueprints and operational specifications that could neutralize American naval advantages and compromise submarine operations throughout the Pacific Theater and international maritime territories. Admiral Blackstone, I need to discuss serious concerns about naval technology theft and reports of foreign intelligence coordination connected to your Pacific Fleet operations, said FBI Special Agent Maria Torres of the Bureau's Counterintelligence Division, arriving at Patricia's aircraft carrier command center, carrying federal warrants to inspect her technology procedures and interview her about suspicious naval activities. Special Agent Torres specialized in investigating naval espionage and had developed expertise in recognizing patterns of technology theft and foreign intelligence infiltration affecting military operations throughout Pacific Fleet commands. Special Agent Torres's investigation represented an existential threat to Patricia's criminal operation, as her federal counterintelligence expertise and access to naval espionage databases could expose the systematic weapons trafficking operations and connect her to multiple suspicious deaths during naval activities and aircraft carrier meetings affecting Pentagon oversight and international maritime security. Special Agent Torres, I think there may be some misunderstanding about complex naval operations and the unfortunate reality that submarine personnel sometimes experience operational hazards despite advanced safety protocols and international cooperation measures, Patricia said, while discreetly activating a concealed alarm system that would summon corrupt naval personnel who were part of her trafficking network for emergency elimination of federal law enforcement threats. Perhaps we could discuss these concerns in our classified submarine facility, where I can demonstrate the technology procedures that might explain these tragic accidents. Naval operations involve dangerous submarine technology that might appear suspicious to those unfamiliar with classified maritime warfare and international naval cooperation affecting Pacific Fleet security. Special Agent Torres agreed to examine Patricia's naval procedures, not realizing that the Admiral was leading her to a secure submarine facility where previous murders had been committed and where Patricia planned to coordinate her elimination using foreign intelligence assets while staging the scene as federal agent targeting that occurred during naval espionage investigation, providing cover for her elimination, while appearing to be foreign retaliation rather than deliberate murder by an admiral protecting her trafficking operations. But Patricia's carefully planned murder of the federal agent was about to be prevented by the unexpected arrival of Pentagon oversight officers who had been investigating naval security breaches and had identified connections to her systematic technology trafficking activities affecting Pacific Fleet operations and international maritime defense. Naval Intelligence Inspector Michael Santos had been conducting comprehensive investigation into naval technology theft and foreign intelligence infiltration that exploited Admiral authority to facilitate weapons trafficking and eliminate potential witnesses to espionage operations affecting Pentagon oversight and international maritime security cooperation. Inspector Santos specialized in investigating naval crimes and had developed expertise in tracking naval commands that compromised national security while conducting systematic elimination of threats to technology trafficking operations affecting submarine warfare and Pacific Fleet operational security. The Pentagon investigation had been initiated by reports from multiple naval intelligence agencies and technology security monitors who noticed patterns of suspicious technology transfers and naval personnel deaths, suggesting foreign intelligence networks were infiltrating Pacific Fleet operations to facilitate espionage while eliminating witnesses through sophisticated methods disguised as naval accidents. Admiral Patricia Blackstone, I'm Inspector Santos with Naval Intelligence, he announced as he entered the submarine facility where Patricia was coordinating Special Agent Torres's elimination. I have Pentagon warrants for your investigation on charges of systematic naval espionage, foreign intelligence coordination, technology trafficking, and multiple counts of first-degree murder related to your exploitation of Admiral authority for criminal operations affecting national security and Pacific Fleet integrity. Patricia's reaction to the naval oversight intervention was desperate attempts to maintain her command credibility. as she realized that federal agents and Pentagon investigators had been investigating her trafficking activities and connected them to systematic naval personnel murders and foreign intelligence coordination affecting Pacific Fleet Administration. Special Agent Torres looked stunned as she realized how close she had come to being murdered by the Admiral she was investigating for naval espionage. Her counterintelligence investigation had not only exposed Patricia's trafficking and murder operation, but also prevented her own death at hands of a killer using naval authority as cover for systematic elimination of federal agents and technology theft investigation threats. The comprehensive investigation that followed Patricia's arrest revealed the full scope of her criminal enterprise and sophisticated methods she had developed to exploit Admiral authority for systematic naval technology trafficking and murder. Forensic analysis of Patricia's naval operations revealed extensive evidence of her trafficking activities, including sophisticated communication systems for coordinating with foreign intelligence services, detailed records of technology transfers worth billions, and comprehensive files containing classified naval information that had been sold to enemy governments and foreign intelligence organizations, affecting American maritime security and submarine warfare capabilities. The investigation uncovered Patricia's connections to foreign intelligence services who had been coordinating naval espionage and technology theft operations while using her Admiral access to obtain classified submarine technology and eliminate witnesses through sophisticated methods disguised as naval accidents and submarine operational hazards affecting Pacific Fleet personnel and Pentagon investigators. Most disturbing was discovery of Patricia's detailed knowledge of naval security systems and foreign intelligence operational methods, which she had used to develop increasingly sophisticated approaches for trafficking naval technology while eliminating naval personnel who discovered her espionage operations or threatened to expose her foreign intelligence coordination activities affecting national security and Pacific Fleet operational integrity. Admiral Patricia Blackstone was ultimately convicted of 12 counts of first-degree murder, systematic naval espionage, foreign intelligence coordination, technology trafficking, conspiracy to commit treason, and numerous other charges related to her exploitation of Admiral authority for criminal operations affecting national security and Pacific Fleet integrity. The conviction sent unprecedented shockwaves throughout Pacific Fleet Command, prompting immediate reforms in naval oversight, technology security monitoring, and Admiral addiction prevention measures designed to protect naval resources from exploitation by corrupted military officials involved in foreign intelligence activities. Several other admirals and naval officials were investigated for similar criminal activities, resulting in enhanced oversight of naval operations and new requirements for technology verification, security monitoring, and international cooperation. Measures making it difficult for foreign intelligence networks to exploit Admiral authority for systematic espionage operations. Special Agent Torres and Inspector Santos received recognition for their collaborative investigation and became specialists in naval crime investigation, developing new techniques for identifying technology trafficking operations and protecting national security from exploitation by corrupted naval officials. Captain James Rodriguez and other surviving naval personnel required extensive security clearance review and psychological counseling to overcome trauma of learning that their trusted admiral had been systematically selling naval secrets and murdering naval staff while exploiting her authority for foreign intelligence activities. The case prompted comprehensive changes in naval regulation, including mandatory Pentagon oversight and addiction screening for admirals with technology access, enhanced monitoring of international cooperation and technology sharing, real-time security supervision of classified naval operations, and new reporting procedures for suspicious naval activities involving national security violations. Patricia's conviction led to increased cooperation between naval oversight agencies and federal organizations investigating foreign intelligence operations, with new protocols designed to identify naval systems that might be exploited for systematic criminal activities while eliminating witnesses to naval corruption and national security violations. 5 years after Patricia's conviction and life imprisonment, Pacific Fleet Command continued implementing safeguards designed to protect naval operations from admirals who might abuse their positions for criminal purposes affecting national security and international maritime cooperation. The admiral, who had promised to protect American maritime interests and advance naval security, had instead used her naval authority to commit systematic espionage and murder, while exploiting Pacific Fleet resources for foreign intelligence coordination, threatening foundations of national security and naval operational integrity. Admiral Patricia Blackstone's final command had been permanently terminated by comprehensive investigation of Pentagon and federal justice, where she would serve multiple life sentences without possibility of parole, proving that even naval officials who attempted to exploit their maritime authority for criminal gain could be identified, investigated, and brought to justice when dedicated federal agencies worked together to protect national security from predatory naval corruption. The Admiral's final command had concluded with her permanent removal from naval service, serving as lasting reminder that those entrusted with maritime defense must never abuse that sacred responsibility, and that naval officials who would exploit military trust and operational authority for criminal gain will ultimately face full consequences of their betrayal of naval integrity and national security. Thank you very much for listening. Please let us know what you think of this story in the comments. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any other videos.